So one brings a guitar and one brings a voice. Then they stand together and make their own choice. I have seen the future, the way forward is clear. Among us still stands a modern day Shakespeare. You cannot kill a dream. So we will gather together those that can perform, and from the scarred timbers build our own platform. You're talking to 42. What about you, chum? If one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. Sing words of wisdom, we will sing for all time. We will sing for our people, harmony, melody, and rhyme. We will sing words of wisdom, we will sing for all time. We will sing for our people with the ancient trilogy of harmony, melody, rhyme. The gods of water, earth, and land brought us through alive. The earth, the moon, the sun, each became a deity, independent parts of another trilogy. Is it a coincidence, or is it just sublime that we now bring excellence in harmony, melody, and rhyme? Control the mainstream, but you never realized you cannot kill a dream. You cannot kill a dream, and we shall walk this journey together.
Right, good morning, everybody. That, of course, was Justice Kane featuring 42. Harmony, Melody, Rhyme. I'm very excited that they're going to be coming on and joining Culture, the Liberated Artists. I can't wait for that. So, Robin here from Courage is Secure. It's Monday, the 4th of April, 2024. How's that, everybody? March already. It's nuts. Absolutely nuts. Yes, morning, everyone. Hi, Michael. How you going? Yes, bioweapon survivors. Yes, we are. Propaganda survivors, all of those. Hi, John. How you going? Yes, no notification on Facebook. This morning we are streaming to YouTube. I don't normally do that because I don't fit in with the community guidelines and standards, but I thought, I'll give it a go today. I think the show I have planned will fit in with the community guidelines and standards, but I have no doubt that I will get into trouble because I've played that song. But anyway, whatever. PooTube, thanks. Yeah. How you going? Hi, Kerry. So please share this video. You'll have the little arrow down below because once again, another one of my pages has been knocked off my capability of streaming too. So wherever you're watching from, please share it because it's getting harder and harder and harder to stream this show. Hi, Al Gore. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. So yes, please share the show because, as I just said, it's getting harder and harder and harder. Being censored, you can forget shadow banning, being censored. Righty, so to get the day started with a funny reel, you'll remember Hang Loose Recluse is now famous around the world with his viral Aussie Putin videos, and I'll just add that PooTube has given him a ban because they don't like his content either, but I'm going to play it. So we'll see what happens to my show. And so This one is rather special, something to get you going in the morning. Are you a Tesla driver? Are you? Oh, let's have a look, shall we?
Greta Thunberg. Free camel toe with every Tesla model sold. This is the Tesla driver's outfit. This outfit comes free in the glove compartment of every Tesla model sold. If you wear this outfit while driving your Tesla, it will enhance the Tesla's ability to save the Earth. Only those who drive a Tesla know what it's like to have a Tesla camel toe. Get your free Tesla driver's outfit today. This month only, free carbon credit points. Take a picture with your new Tesla driver's outfit and update your Facebook profile picture, #CamelToe, and receive 500 bonus carbon credit points. Thank you. This has been another Hang Loose Recluse production. Thank you.
So there we go. Hang Loose Recluse there does wonderful content. Another wonderful West Australian. So free camel toe there, everybody. Hey? Everybody loves a good camel toe, don't they? I don't know about that, but anyway. And that's a real thing, apparently. I don't quite get it, but, you know. Oh, your video froze, Kerry. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. Righty. So today the episode is called Independent Media. Australian independent media, and in particular Western Australian independent media, because mainstream media suck, and I want to highlight the wonderful work that our independent media and independent content creators do here in Australia. So that's what it is about this morning. Rex, yeah, smoking. I reckon they're smoking something coming up with that camel toe outfit. But anyway, you know, I'm sure somebody will purchase it, but according to Hang Loose, it comes free in your glove compartment. Don't know if that's true, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's your bonus gift. Righty, so let's move on to the first story. So, of course, over the weekend we had some breaking news that the former Premier of Victoria, Dictator Dan Andrews, was served with some papers from the Supreme Court, ordering him to produce credit card and personal phone records in relation to a car accident involving a teen cyclist and the Andrews family car. Does everybody remember this? So apparently he's been served these papers outside his home. So I want to show you a wonderful video that Danger Dan, Australian independent content creator, has put together in relation to this situation here. So here we go, everybody. Enjoy this.
To have a very close look at that. I think it's really important that we establish what happened here and then learn from it. I think we owe that to everybody who's been caught up in this. You've always got to be driving continuous improvement. You've always got to be, from the worst of circumstances, try to build something better. That's the approach we take with these things. I think it's important to establish the facts first and then have a close look and see whether there's more that we can do. A different and better system to keep our kids safe. That may well be something that comes out of this.
Our kids were really little, like Joseph was only 5.
Let me tell you something, folks. Nobody cares about your children, okay?
This really traumatic incident happened 10 years ago.
There's difficulty though, however, putting an onus on the driver.
No shit.
There's a whole lot of practical issues here, but if there's more we can do, then of course we should learn from this incident and see if we can't make further change.
Fascinating.
Keep our kids safe.
Keep our kids safe. Keep our kids safe.
Son of a bitch!
So people have an understanding of what happened. Were you moving at the time?
Yeah, we turned right from a standing start into a side street. There's a bike path that runs parallel to the street we turned from.
Wait a minute.
Astonishing. So it says that the car that hit this poor teenager on his bike was travelling between 40 and 60 kilometres. What? 40 and 60 kilometres.
What the f? And Now, the next thing we knew, he was in the windscreen.
He's full of shit.
Man's got to know his limitations.
That's just not fair.
40 and 60 kilometres.
So there we go, everybody. That was brought to you by Danger Dan. Great channel on YouTube. I wonder if I can get the anyway, yeah. So there you go. Lisa has a very interesting comment here. So after taking so long for action on this, I think it's a distraction from the crime he committed against the whole of Victoria, from his red shirt branch putting the state into such a high debt, and his response to extreme lockdowns and mandates he forced on people. Oh, and his dodgy dealings with China. Was he the spy ASIO mentioned, or just one of the many spies in our government? I think that's a great comment, Lisa. And we do have to be on top of these distractions, the redirections of the mainstream media. So I really like your comment there, Lisa. Most certainly indeed. But as I said, highlighting independent media and content creators, Danger Dan does a great job. And so I couldn't help myself this morning. I had to play that. It's been put together rather creatively there. Morning, Catherine. I hope the teen wins, and it was really traumatic for him. I bet it was. Gee whiz. Gee whiz, everybody. Why wasn't the mother sad she was smiling? Yeah, who knows? Who knows about these people? Morning, Anne. Was he asked to blow in the bag? Did Kath say he just did that? Just ask me. Yeah, all these people. I don't know. Righty, so that's that. We shall see. And is it one big distraction? Have no doubt that's probably the case, Lisa. The humidity here in Western Australia is really making a fluff job of my hair this morning. But anyway, who cares? Now, Facebook user, can't see any comments. It's probably the page you're on. Maybe if you head along to either Michael Griffith interviews or Courage is the Cure on Facebook, you'll see comments. I think you're probably watching from WA Independent Media Group, because nobody looks at that page anymore. Funny that, isn't it? Thanks for everyone's support. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Mark. Right, so moving on to independent media. Of course, we had last week the judgment come through the Queensland Supreme Court about the unlawful mandates. And morning, Jennifer. Hi, Gail. How you going? Thanks. And so, of course, we had that come down from the Supreme Court in Queensland. Now, for over 2 years now in Western Australia, we have had the umbrella people standing outside of Governor's house because the governor is the only person that can dissolve our government and begin proceedings to elect a new government. And so the umbrella people have been continuously standing there every day from 8 till 10, rain, hail or shine, in a silent protest to activate our governor. And so given the ruling that was handed down in Queensland, of course, there's many questions about what that means for everybody else that was unlawfully mandated. And we have the wonderful Max Freedom, independent media content creator, videographer, drone extraordinaire, went down to Governor's house with the umbrella people because the umbrella people had a question for our governor. Now, let's not forget that the current governor in Western Australia is Chris Dawson. And what position did Chris Dawson hold previous to being governor? He, of course, was the Commissioner of Police, the COVID commander, responsible for mandating our police officers in Western Australia. So he is now the governor. So we have Max Freedom went down with the umbrella peeped Government House, and they had a question. I'll just pop it up. I want to make sure we get the whole video here. Let me just take it back. Here we go, everyone.
Good morning, security. Good morning, Governor. My name is Michael Hand. I've been maintaining a protest outside Government House for the last 2 years plus in protest against the government's mandates, which did tremendous damage to the people of West Australia and to the state. In light of the Supreme Court ruling in Queensland, I would be obliged to know if the government and former Police Commissioner Chris Dawson will be making a statement to the people of Western Australia. I wonder, could you pass that message on? Have you received that message?
Can you respond, please?
Thank you very much.
So there we go, everybody. As I said, that report there is from Max Freedom, wonderful independent media gentleman in Western Australia. So, yeah, will he have an answer? We shall see. Yeah, the umbrella people are amazing, amazing people. And they're probably just finishing up there. It's 10:18 in Perth this morning, right now. So probably just finishing up outside Government House as we speak. So it's all very, very interesting times, isn't it? Mark, your comment. There are documents from 2021 stating the Victorian Health Minister admitting he is going to restrict human rights. That's interesting. And they all infringe human rights. Yes, they should all be imprisoned. I agree. Yep, Rex. Crickets. I hope so, Sue, that something happens. We shall see. We shall see. So, yeah, Max Freedom you can find on YouTube, Rumble, Odyssey, X, Instagram. So go along and follow Max Freedom. He does awesome work. Righty, and so the next report, this one also by a wonderful West Australian, it is Hang Loose Recluse once again. I don't know if you've seen this going around social media about our children preparing parents for the fact that in the future our children are going to have AI friends. So forget your imaginary friends. We're not going to have those anymore, you know. Can't have imaginary friends anymore. They're going to be AI friends. So Hang Loose Recluse has done a great Aussie Putin report on this. And so let's have a look at children's friends in the future being AI.
A few swear words, because we're going to listen to this woman try and justify AI friendships, particularly for children. Now let's listen to what she has to say in trying to talk it up and normalizing AI chat bullshit. Thank you.
Digital companions, digital friends. I'm really interested to see how normalized it becomes. If it is something that, every child on the playground has their own AI friend, or if we come up with better ways to manage that.
Hey lady, the best way to manage it is to throw it in the bin immediately. This cannot be good for humanity. Grow some fucking brains and realize that everything to do with the internet, it's fucking up humanity. Thank you.
Right now, if you look at sort of a previous wave of technology, social media, I think we're right now in the throes of grappling with how do we want children to interact with this technology?
We fucking well don't, because as adults, we know how fucked it is. The disconnect within society with humanity is exponentially going out of control. Since the wave of internet and social media, society is far more out of control than ever before. Social media is poisoning adult brains, let alone children's brains. So we fucking don't go forward with this shit. We flick the fucking switch and have no such thing as the internet. The best thing the world would ever see is no more fucking internet. For those that remember, the best times of our lives were without internet. Unfortunately, there's a whole society out there now that was born with the internet. That society has no idea what life was like without internet, without social media. Thank you.
What kinds of guardrails are realistic to put on, and how does that affect children's social lives, and all those kinds of questions.
Here's a question. Why don't children climb trees anymore? Because you gave them a fucking iPad. Destroy the fucking thing.
I expect that we're going to have a similar set of discussions around kind of AI companions, AI friends.
You're not wrong there. Here I am making a YouTube video about it while you're trying to justify to society it's a way to go forward, but we have to manage it. We have to just do this and that. You're a fucking bureaucrat. Go back to your fucking office and push some fucking pens on some fucking paper. Thank you.
I personally don't think that I would be thrilled by a world where we end up where everyone has, an AI friend that they're talking to all the time and sharing their life with.
Then why the fuck are you trying to justify it? Under one breath, you're saying you don't think personally that it's going to be a good thing, but professionally, that you're going to push forward and put all your personal feelings aside and sell your soul so the company that fucking owns you and pays your bills controls you and gets you to push forward with it. That's the typical sign of a bureaucrat, a sellout soul that forgets about their own feelings and is paid to promote the opinion of the industry that your company represents while putting your own personal feelings aside and going along with those of the company that pays you. That's called corporate greed. That's called bureaucracy.
But I might be wrong about that. Maybe it'll turn out to be wonderful. I definitely think it'll be an important topic to navigate over the coming years as that technology gets more sophisticated.
Fuck no. Whichever way you look at it, whichever spin you put on it, it's not going to be a wonderful thing. Who are you trying to fool? The people that will embrace it? Society are dickheads. They will embrace it, but it will be the worst decision society will ever make. Just like accepting the internet was a good thing. Thank you.
What's wrong with every child having a chatbot friend?
Maybe nothing.
And now we hear from the mainstream media enabler. Of course, they're making out like it's all for the good of humanity. But what's right with it, lady? The question should be, what's right with it? Nothing is right with it. Nothing whatsoever. Go back to your mainstream media corporation, look at the shareholders of who owns that media corporation, and try and figure out why they have a narrative to promote this garbage to you. That's right, it's all about the future, and the future is all about your control. Thank you.
If the chatbot friend is truly a great friend and companion and listener and maybe teacher, and maybe there's a way of doing the technology that that looks like that. A huge worry that I would have would be if this is a commercial product.
And no doubt about it, it fucking well will be, because they're going to manipulate brains. It'll be used against the people with forms of advertising and manipulation of the soul. They're going to fucking brainwash every motherfucker on the planet. Thank you.
Being sold by a company, what are the incentives of that company? And what does that mean for, what happens to my child?
They don't give a fuck. Bottom line is, all they give a fuck about is making a fucking dollar. And then they'll join some woke agenda to make out that they care for society and society that they're shaping. But really, they're shaping a society to create even more fucking dollars for their pockets. Thank you. This has been another Aussie Putin show for Hang Loose Recluse Productions. Thank you.
So there we go, everybody. That was brought to you by Hang Loose Recluse. Please go along and subscribe to his channel as well. Yes, Rex, the thank you is amazing. And I really like Hang Loose's videos. He does David Attenborough commentaries about different situations. It's hilarious. I love it. we'll see, because if I'm not mistaken, that was the last video Hang Loose uploaded before he got his ban on YouTube. So we'll see, because I'm streaming to YouTube this morning. We shall see. But whatever. I really can't be bothered caring about censorship and all these things. It doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter what you do. We're being censored every which way you can imagine. So there we go, everyone. AI friends, I don't think that's any stretch of the imagination at all. Yes, Rachel, what could possibly go wrong? I'm sure nothing. Yes, potty mouth. Yep. I make no apologies or excuses. I'm a potty mouth lover. Michael, Russia just hosted 140 plus nation conference. They're all talking about how to save the world. Is that right? Really? That's interesting. Who attended that? Which nations attended that? That's all very interesting. And the world is inside out, upside down, and back to front. Now bonkers, exactly. Don't forget, 1 + 1 = bananas. And if you don't say bananas, then you're just wrong. Thank you, Mark. Yes. That'd be good. Yes, wonderful. Thank you for that. All righty, everybody. So that was Independent Media. Danger Dan, Max Freedom, and Hang Loose Recluse. We should all be supporting our independent media. We really need to be sharing their videos. We have to. We absolutely have to. And quite frankly, I've got no time for people who like to tell everyone that they're awake and all these sorts of things, and they're not. I'm over it. Totally over it. I saw a really disturbing post the other day on an awake group who the great majority of them had not heard of the wonderful independent truth-telling newspaper that we have across the country now. So, I'm just over it. Don't call yourself awake when you're not. There we go. Michael, that'd be great if you can send that. Yep, that'd be fantastic. Rachel, I had an actual imaginary friend. We hung out for many years. Yep. I used to sing to a couple of my imaginary friends, and I think I was about 6 or 7. I used to do little concerts for them, actually. Righty, everybody. So, instead of having a funny infomercial, I thought I might play something that. Hi, Eats the Bugs, John. Thank you for watching on YouTube. Yes, Leander, the Light newspaper is amazing. So instead of playing an infomercial, I thought I might play a video I saw on X, the free speech platform, everybody. Hey, isn't it? And I think this reminds me why I do what I do. It is for the children, and I'll make some commentary when we come back from watching this. So here we go.
And you can too.
Oh man, you're gonna put it on me like that?
You can do anything that you want. You can get singing lessons, get a better job, make more money. You could be even like rich. You could live in the White House someday. You could be president.
Me?
Do what you want to do. It's not about it's not up to other people.
It's true.
It's up to you.
It's true. I love you.
Amazing. It's up to you. It's up to you. Words of wisdom from a little tiny human. And I just hope that we can continue building our communities and working hard so that our children's futures are as hopeful as the hopes that have come from that little boy's mouth and his advice to the adult that he's speaking to, that you can do this, you can do anything you want to. At the moment, we have mandates. Unless children and young adults are participating in a drug trial, certain professions are unavailable to them. We can no longer say to our children, you can be anything you want to be. So I hope we continue to work hard and change it so that this little boy's hopes and advice and every other child who thinks you can be whatever you want to be becomes a reality again. So that video is inspiring and equally sad to me as well. So it is up to you. It's up to all of us. So let's never give up. Little humans are the best, Tash, aren't they? They are the best. Kids are smart. They're much smarter than we give them credit for, don't we? Yeah. Yes, exactly. Adults, we need to keep fighting. Angelique, I want to be an attack Apache helicopter. Yep. Haven't heard that before. Yeah, Sue, adults could learn something from this little guy, indeed. So I thought I'd play that this morning. Righty, everyone. So, of course, we all know I'm a huge supporter of The Light Australia. We're hoping to do an updated ad, but here we go, everyone. Light Australia.
The Uncensored Truth coming to you.
The Light Australia.
Yay, the Uncensored Truth. The news, international news, politics, science, economics and opinion, and sports sometimes. The truth.
Hot off the press.
Step into the light.
So there we go, everybody. The Light Australia, and that ad there was put together by another independent media, Western Australia, Scorpion Media Group. So go along to thelightaustralia.com. If you can't get a physical copy, you can get the digital copy there. They've got merch available as well, hats, T-shirts, and bumper stickers as well. So head along to thelightaustralia.com and check it out there. Check it out there. Oh, where did that come from? I don't know, everybody. So only a short what's happening this morning. It is a video once again put together by Scorpion Media Group. And of course, we know what has been happening with Julian, particularly in the last week. This video here is put together by Scorpion Media Group. We went on tour with Cafe Lockdown, the misinformation tour last year, and took some footage, and Scorpion has put this video together. Where is Julian? So there we go, everybody. So there we go. So in the name of God, bring him home. So what's happening? What's happening this morning? If you're not a person that prays, maybe just send it out to the universe to please bring Julian home, because it's quite enough, quite enough. And again, another celebration of independent media, Scorpion Media Group here in Western Australia. So good on you, Scorpion, for putting that together. John, I just Googled The Light, and there are stories saying The Light is a conspiracy newspaper. Oh, surprise, surprise, hey? Conspiracy newspaper. You had to use DuckDuckGo. Google has hidden it. And we have Mark saying, I heard Bill Gates has bought DuckDuckGo. Bill Gates seems to be buying a lot of things, doesn't he? Land, who cares? I'm sure he's just, he's a philanthropist, isn't he? I'm sure he just cares about the environment, probably wants to, protect, the animals that are on the land. Now I'm just talking a load of nonsense. We all know that's not true. Righty, so everybody, for a special report this morning, let's see if this gets me chucked off YouTube. I'm going to screen the share to my Twitter account because I'd like to play this video here. Let me just make sure that you can all see it as well. Let's make this. Let me pause it here. Let me make sure you can see it. So I thought this is very interesting. It's about weaponized psychology over the past 4 years, and I think it's an interesting listen. As I said, we'll see if this gets me chucked off YouTube or if I get a warning or a strike. Fun for everyone. But let's make this a big screen, everybody, so we can all enjoy this and educate ourselves about these reprobates using weaponized psychology. Here we go.
My name is Jason Christoff. My presentation today will be weaponized psychology and propaganda during the COVID operation. Please move ahead, Rob. The first psychological weapon used against the public during COVID was confusion. Next slide. Confusing a targeted audience is one of the necessary ingredients for effective mind control. This from Dr. Yus Merlu. He was a behavioral modification expert. Confusion sets the subconscious into believing it lacks clarity, believing itself unable to make logical decisions. Therefore, our neurological system finds it safer to outsource personal authority and decision-making to external third parties when confused. Next slide. As you can see in this diagram, destructive interference. Opposing beliefs cancel each other out energetically, causing a flat line and a cessation of thought. That means if you're in the ruling group and you can confuse the group you're ruling, you can stop them from thinking, and then you will be able to manhandle them psychologically at will. Next slide. This is confusion examples launched at the public during COVID. Gyms were closed during a declared health emergencies. Yet, liquor stores, fast food restaurants, weed shops in Canada, and junk food corner stores were open for business. You weren't permitted to bring your own grocery bags from home to the grocery store, yet you were permitted to wear your clothes to the grocery store, which also came from home. Next slide. You had to enter a restaurant standing, wearing a mask, yet when you sat down, you could take the same mask off and then the mask back on when using the toilet. Doug Ford's medical advisor, Dr. Yaffe in Ontario, Canada, declared that testing teachers daily for COVID wasn't being done because the test is unreliable 50% or more of the time, yet the same testing was deemed mandatory and essential by the same government for many other sectors. Were you confused? Of course you were, because that was the design intent. Dr. Fauci proudly declaring at the beginning of the pandemic, no masks were necessary, then one mask, then two, then none if you complied, then all back on regardless of your vaccine status, then magically, masks did not matter. Big box stores all open, local businesses closed, vaccines were declared safe and effective, but vaccine makers insisted that they hold no legal liability for death or injury from those safe and effective vaccines. News anchors parroted key phrases like trust the science, yet the science to be trusted was never displayed, and anyone asking to verify the science was attacked and told they were anti-science. Pfizer even petitioned the US government to hide their vaccine safety data for 75 years. Nothing says safe and effective more than hiding your own safety data for more than 7 decades. If someone died or was injured within 14 days of taking any COVID injection, that death or injury was listed as occurring in the unvaccinated. All that while VAERS data indicated that the vast majority of deaths and permanent injuries occurred within 72 hours of the COVID injection, and that would be deaths and injuries in the unvaccinated. Some strip joints were providing free lap dances if patrons submitted to the COVID jab, while churches were forced to close. Curfews and group restrictions were frequent because, of course, the virus can now count, attacking you in a group of 11, but not in a group of 9. It also wears a watch, attacking at 10:01 p.m. in the curfew zone, but not at 9:59. Elected officials deferred to non-elected experts, bypassing the very foundations of our democracy. Were you confused? Of course you were. That was the designed intent. We regressed into taxation without representation. Experts were unwilling to discuss and debate what they claim expertise in. Many doctors, judges, police, military, lawyers, pharmacists violated their patient-citizen protection oaths because of large payouts to do so. Multi-gender programming erupted, plus men started to dominate female sports and female safe areas. When you're going to weaponize confusion against the public, you pile it high and wide. Vows made to protect grandma were widespread as grandma was being mistreated, disrespected, abused, and even medically euthanized. Measures said to, go ahead, Rob. Measures said to protect lives, obviously destroyed lives, communities, and our collective humanity. Local businesses in Ontario, Canada were eventually made bankrupt and closed via the, wait for it, Reopening Ontario Act, a very clever use of Orwellian doublespeak, an aerosolized viral pathogen that could take people down at will, like a well-perched assassin, could only be tested for by driving a swab deep into the nasal cavity. If the extremely dangerous pathogen floats in the air, why can't we breathe on the swab? Well, that's because confusing a targeted audience is one of the necessary ingredients for effective mind control. Psychological weapon number 2, hurled at the public during the COVID operation, was group pressure. If we understand the mechanism and motives of the group mind, is it not possible to control and regiment the masses according to our will without them knowing it? This is from Edward Bernays, otherwise known as the father of propaganda. Human pressure to fit into the herd is genetic, a safety mechanism which operates outside our control, much like how a cut heals itself. We're designed to seek safety in the bigger group. We're designed to feel afraid and vulnerable when we believe we're in the smaller group. We seek safety first, not happiness, nor logic, nor rational analysis of our problems. This is Justin Trudeau's famous small fringe minority speech. If we look at it together, we can look for the weaponized group pressure psychology hurled at the public. Let's read it together. It's important to underline that close to 90% of truckers in this country are vaccinated, like close to 90% of Canadians. Canadians have stepped up to protect each other, our frontline workers, to protect our elders, to protect our youth. And the overwhelming majority, close to 90%, have done exactly that, got vaccinated. The small, fringe minority who are holding unacceptable views do not represent the views of Canadians who know that following the signs and stepping up to protect each other is the best way to ensure our freedoms, our rights, and our values. This is a clear indication of where the safe majority can be found, and a clear indication of where the unsafe minority can be found. The human nervous system takes it from there. And as you can see, there's also confusion as this man laments to be protecting our freedoms, our rights, and our values as he destroys our freedoms, our rights, and our values. Other weaponized psychology used against the public during the COVID operation: fear, guilt, shame, disempowering repetitive content, psychological priming, flooding the zone with utter liarrhea, abuses of power, demoralization, destabilization, paycheck mind control, bullying, psychic terrorism, isolation, and poisoning, just to name a few. Let's end today with 3 quotes. If we know how the magician executes his tricks, the magic show fails to impress. This is why it's very important each and every one of you learn about psychological manipulation so we can sidestep the next psyop that comes our way. You can't farm lions, only lambs. And all this psychological manipulation is designed to make the once powerful human lion a very easily ruled and easily farmed human lamb. Evil spares no one and uses everyone. This is a message to the people under paycheck mind control who are selling our souls to the highest bidder. When you become surplus to requirement, you will be wiped off the chessboard as quick as you were put on it. Mark my words. Ending remarks. It is time we all lead with morality and ethics once again. It's time each person dedicate on a personal level to the founding principles of our great nations. I have a dream to see justice, morality, and ethics fly high over all our lands once again. It is time to level up, adult up, power up, and lion up. The great lion in all of us sleeps no more. I believe in each and every one of you. It's time we all bring the light back. We will make the world great again by making ourselves great again. Be brave, lead, take action, fear nothing, and let your line be heard. Pay very close attention today to the work of Dr. Meryl Nass. This fight is for all the marbles. Lion up and remember your roar. My name is Jason Christoff. Thank you for listening.
Right, so there we go, everybody. Thought that was fantastic. So, weaponized psychology, talking about 2 main points there: confusion and group pressure. Especially read out Mr. Trudeau's speech there about the safe majority and the unsafe minority. And essentially, that's one of the tools about in regards to 5th generational warfare. And he did comment there that one of the ways we can combat this is to inform ourselves the magic show. And if you'd like to go along to Courage is a Cure on Rumble, you can watch the discussion I had with David Trussell about 5th generational warfare. There are so many different tactics they use, and when we inform ourselves about those, we can see them when they are presented to us by our governments, our 3-letter agencies, so on and so forth. So great stuff. I wonder if that'll get me chucked off YouTube. We'll see anyway. But yes. Yeah, Tracy, it was a great speech, isn't it? Yep. Yes. Righty, everybody. So that is the show for this morning. Just wanted to comment on someone's post here in regards to see, it's gone now. in regards to what I said about people being awake. So, Amanda, I think different people are at different stages of awakeness. I do not look down at people if they don't know about the Light Australia. Those people may have just become aware of the shit show that is the world and are still learning. Yes, totally agree. Totally agree. They're not the people I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is people that profess to me that they are awake. Those are the people that I'm talking about. But yes, everyone is on a different stage of their journey. That is true. And yes, I think I appreciate that comment because that's very true as well. Yep. All right, everybody. So we did start the show with the very end part of Justice Kane featuring 42 with, what is it? Harmony, Melody and Rhyme. So I'm going to play the full music clip this morning. They've got Justice Kane's just released a new album. I think 3 of those tracks do feature 42, which is amazing. Yes, I'll leave it there. Thank you, Terry. Okay, everyone. So that's that. And this is Justice Kane featuring 42. I hope everyone has a great day and I'll see you later.
Hello, this is 42 speaking. Welcome to the Resistance. You are not alone, and we shall walk this journey together. What about you, John? If one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. Let us gather together those that can perform, and from the scarred timbers build our own platform. From that grand house they tried to burn down, there's gold in the ashes if you look around. Let us gather together those that can perform, then from those scarred timbers build our own platform. Build our own platform. We will sing words of wisdom. We will sing world. Harmony, melody, and rhyme. We descended from minstrels in old days of yore. We will create a culture as we did once before. Forced to stand by as our country was sold. Did you really think we'd leave that story untold? So one brings a guitar and one brings a voice. Then they stand together and make their own choice. They have seen the future, the way forward is clear. Among us still stands a modern day Shakespeare. They have seen the future, the way forward is clear. Among us still stands a modern day Shakespeare. Forced to stand by as our country was sold. Did you really think we'd leave that story untold? We will sing words of wisdom. We will sing we will sing harmony, melody, rhyme. Harmony, melody, and rhyme. So one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. I have seen the future, the way forward is clear. Among us still stands a modern day Shakespeare. Never realized you could not kill a dream. So we will gather together those that can perform, and from the scarred timbers build our own platform. You're talking to 42. What about you, chum? If one brings a guitar and one brings a voice, then they stand together and make their own choice. Sing words of wisdom, we will sing for all time.